Hello, folks. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I want to get back on here and let you all know that my heart and prayers go out to anybody that's living in this domestic violence situation, and that I feel bad for anybody that has to go through that, folks. And I know I made a short video on that power and control wheel that I sent you all that um, that's the reason that I got on the video, because I can't send the pictures without the video. So I went ahead and done it like that so you all would have that for yourselves. And, that way you'll know what the pattern is of the narcissist. But I tell you, folks, them narcissists are something else. But I'm sorry about my hair, folks. It just does whatever it wants to do when it decides to do it. But we don't care because it's late at night, and I went ahead and pulled my teeth out too because, I sometimes I chew things with them, folks, and they make my gums and stuff sore, so I don't wear them all the time. I have to take them out and take a break from them so my gums won't hurt. But, yeah, I know a lot of y'all probably did laugh when I said, that shit-eating grin. I probably do still say things from back in the olden days that people probably don't hear anymore. But it's true, though, folks, that Brooks Houck had a shit-eating grin on his face whenever he was sitting in court, and they were questioning about Crystal Rogers and stuff. And I thought to myself, how in the world can he sit there with that grin on his face knowing what he done? I think that's a shame, folks. That's not a laughing matter. And I really think that Brooks Houck thought he was going to get away with that, too. I just really think that. But that's the reason I said it made me kind of angry when I seen him doing that, because of what he did to mess up he messed up Crystal's life and cut her life short. And then not only that, he took the children's mother. And now he's got the little boy over there, and the little boy doesn't have the first clue of what happened to his mom. But he did question that, and Brooks is keeping that from him and not letting him know what happened to his mom. So that little boy's got to grow up now not knowing what happened to his mom, and his own dad won't even answer his question. But that's okay, folks, because he's going to grow up one of these days, and I think Brooks Houck had forgotten about that, because sometimes them narcissists may look like they're smart to some extent, but on the other hand, they're kind of dumb in others, because they don't realize that that child's going to grow up and start being curious about things. And that's still, to the way they put stuff on the news. That little boy may be sitting there one day and they won't realize it, and he'll see the news on there, and he's liable to pick up some stuff on the news without them knowing it. So he may do that, before he grows up. And right now, he's at the age where if he hears that, he's probably going to understand what happened. And they think he's going to be messed up before. Wait till he hears what Brooks done to his mom. But I think that's awful, folks, that a narcissist would do that kind of stuff and mess up people's lives like that. Don't you all think that? That's pathetic. But I pray for Crystal Rogers' family, and I think that's a shame that her dad lost his life too. And I believe, I'm like his wife, I believe that the reason they murdered him was because he was getting close to, finding out what happened to Crystal. And I think they ended it before he got around to it. But, yeah, it's sad, folks. But I've been following that story, and I'm definitely going to watch it on the 21st of this month and see them say that he's guilty again. Because I really believe that he's counting on getting out of that, folks. And he's got the audacity to what do they call that whenever he's going to go back to court again and try to prove he's innocent? There ain't no way he's innocent, folks. Something's had to have happened to her, and he was the last one to see her. But, that's just what them narcissists do. They'll do things like that on a whim, and then whenever they get caught or something like that, they try to say they're innocent about it. And what it is, folks, is the kind of narcissist that he is, he tried to make the whole family suffer. I don't know what kind he is or anything like that, but he's up in the higher spectrum somewhere, but I'm not sure where. But I do know that he deserves to be where he's at right now, and I'm hoping that they let him stay there. Because I worry about Sherry Ballard and what might happen to her if he does get out. I don't know if you guys have been following that story or not, but I've been watching it. And I told my husband, I said, that right there is a narcissist, big time. Because of all the things that he's been doing and hiding and lying and telling all kinds of lies about stuff. But I think that's awful, folks. I wanted to get back on here and talk to y'all for a little while. I just wanted to send you that power and control wheel. I thought maybe you guys would enjoy that. Me and my husband's been kicking back, and the weird thing about him is he went to bed, and then he come back in here and wanted to know if he could have a pizza. I said, well, why do you sit there and wait till you get ready to go to bed before you decide you want a pizza? So I fixed a pizza, and he went to the store earlier and got a watermelon, and I cut the watermelon open. We ate some of that. So we're both stuffed. We're going to go to bed on a full stomach, folks. Plus, I did a no-no. I ate some ice cream earlier with chocolate on it. And that's something that I wasn't supposed to do. And my husband has eaten almost that whole cake. There's one slice of it. And I took it and stuck it in the refrigerator. It's just a little bitty slice. He's ate most of it. The cake didn't look all that good, folks. I think the next time I bake a cake, I'm going to go to the store and buy me some of them regular round pans, to make a couple of them to make a layer cake, but I'm not going to try to make it with just one box. I'm going to use 2 boxes because I don't think it turned out right. You know, it didn't look like it rose up enough on that one layer. So I want to try to go ahead and use 2 boxes like I had planned. But I just thought, being that we couldn't eat a whole lot of cake, I would try out splitting that one box in 2 and seeing how that turned out. I mean, it tasted good, folks. There wasn't nothing wrong with the way the cake tasted. It was still edible and moist. It was so moist on the inside, and that cream cheese icing. It was delicious. But anyway, I want to get on here and say hello to you guys once again. And I hope you enjoyed these videos, folks. And I think I'm going to close down for the night and say good night to you all. And you have a good night and a blessed night, too. You got this, folks. You're awesome. Bye.